Hey guys, today is Thursday the 27th maybe? Does it really matter? Yeah. Today is Thursday, June 27th, and I know I haven't made a video in a really long time, but that's because I've been super busy working and then going to nationals for forensics and dealing with the last of IBs and things like that. So it's really just been a really hectic couple of months, but I am back. Today I want to talk to you about tanning for fair skin, which is obvious because that's the title of the video. But I am a lifeguard, and if you can't tell by the numerous freckles on my arm and my skin tone, I'm really fair. I don't tan easily. I'll freckle and then I'll burn and then maybe I'll tan. It takes a really long time for me to tan. I've looked for years on like a really good video or a really good advice site for tips on how to tan, and I just honestly haven't been able to find one that I really liked. So I'm here to help you guys today. So the first part we're going to talk about is like the actual tanning part, and the second is like getting a faux glow. So the first thing you need to remember when you're tanning is that if you are fair, it is never a good idea to go outside and actually tan without wearing sunscreen. I use different stuff for my body all the time. My favorite is Hawaiian Tropic just because it smells really good, but right now I'm just using the Public Sport SPF 50 brand. For the first month I'm out in the sun, I always use SPF 50, and then the second month I use 30 or 25, whichever I really feel like, because then by then my skin's kind of built up a tolerance, so I won't get burned as quickly. But for my face, I always use a high SPF, generally at 55 to 75, and I always use a Neutrogena brand. This is the Ultra Sheer Dry Touch with Helioplex, and it's really important that you protect your face skin. Your face, hands, and chest are what let people know your age the quickest. Those are also what see the sun the most. So those are the things that are going to burn the easiest, and that also, in the long run, will make you look older. So I always make sure to protect my face with SPF 55. This also is probably my favorite sunscreen for the face because it hasn't broken me out all year, and I have really dry skin, and I haven't had like excess oil created, and my skin hasn't gotten any drier because of using it. So I think it's really good for all skin types, but I know it works really well for dry skin. There's no really time frame to go outside. You can go out until you know your skin by now. If you're watching this, then obviously you've been alive for like at least 12 years. So you know exactly when you're gonna burn. I like to stay outside for 30 minutes, and then an hour, and then an hour and a half, and I never really tan for more than 2 hours without getting in the water or going inside or something, just because I get too hot or I'll get bored or there's something else I want to do. But by far the most important ingredient in tanning is like tanning lotion. And never, fair skin ladies, just go out with just tanning lotion. That's a terrible idea. You'll get so burned. So definitely wear sunscreen and then use a browning lotion. Now this is Maui Babe browning lotion, and it is the best product I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you it smells good. It smells awful. It looks really gross on. It's really oily. Basically, if you can see in the bottle, it looks like brown goop because that's basically what it is. I honestly don't really know what works in it. All I know is that it works. My Aunt Susan gave this to me, and it is a phenomenal product. You put it on and it makes your skin so much tanner. It makes it tan faster. The one warning I would say with this product is definitely don't wear it for too long at one time because otherwise you'll burn. I was working a 12 to 6 shift before I went to nationals, and I put it on my stomach, and my stomach got so red even though I had reapplied sunscreen 3 times, and it was SPF 50 that I was reapplying. So definitely follow the directions. Don't go out for, I think it's more than an hour or 2 hours the first time. Yeah, don't go out for more than an hour the first time you wear this because you will burn. I really don't know what it does. I just know that it works. I went to the beach with my friend Katie, who you guys have seen before, and she told me that I looked tanner than I'd ever looked before because we'd been to the beach a few times before. It definitely helps you tan more. People that already tan easily, it's an instant booster. I've heard some people put their like arm out in the sun for like 5 minutes with a band-aid on with this one, and they already had a tan line. That's insane. I can't fathom that. But it makes me feel less pale. It will give you a nice tan line. Like, you're not instantly going to be a bronze goddess, but it definitely helps you tan rather than just burn, which is really nice for us fair-skinned ladies. So now for a faux glow segue. The number one thing, no matter how tan you want to be, if you are fair-skinned, please do not go to a tanning bed. Tanning beds are no joke, and neither is not wearing sunscreen, because if you are fair, there's a really high chance of you getting some sort of skin cancer that needs to be removed, and it's just a scary situation, and you don't want to deal with it. If you really want a faux glow, I definitely recommend spray tans. I got one before prom last year, and it was a really good investment. I'd never been that tan before, and I really liked it. Of course, if you don't want to spend that much money on a spray tan, then there's other options. I personally don't have a bottle right now, but I really like the Walgreens tan in a can. I think it gives a really nice even coverage, and I I really like it. The best lotion by far is the Jergens Natural Glow. As you can tell, this bottle is pretty empty. I like it because it is building, which means you're not gonna get orange overnight and then have to look like you spilled wood stain down your legs. It just builds up a nice even coverage, which is nice because it looked really awkward if you were like freaking milk white one day and then come in the next bronze goddess. Like, everyone's gonna know that you fake tanned, because obviously that wouldn't make sense for you to come in that tan any other time. So just keep that in mind. But basically the number one thing to remember is that yes, physical appearance is important, and being tan like makes you feel more confident. You look better in summertime clothing, and you can look thinner, you can look firmer, those types of things. But it's not important enough to risk your actual health. So if you're considering going to a tanning bed or just laying out with no sunscreen on and getting a burn and letting it develop and then fade into a tan, that's a really bad habit, and that's not gonna look good. You're setting yourself up for really bad skin later in life. You're gonna look leathery, you're gonna look old faster, and it's just not a good thing to do. So make sure you always wear sunscreen when you're tanning, and get this product because it's the only thing that's ever worked for actually making me tan, other than just sitting in the sun for 5 to 7 hours every day, which is what I do lifeguarding. So yeah, fair skin ladies, invest in a tanning schedule and get this product, or become a lifeguard, because then you'll eventually have to tan because you're in the sun all the time. So that is all I have for you guys today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.